Okay, that's back from having a bath. As you can see, it's pretty scratched up around the controls. There's some paint missing in behind. Not too worried about these because that's underneath the chrome, but some of this will show through, so I'm going to touch all that up. But first of all, I'm going to polish the dial face up. Yeah, some pretty bad scratching around there. Okay, I've given the car aerial socket a clean up. I've got rid of all the corrosion on it, and then I've gone round it with some Brasso. That's brought it up nice and shiny. So next I'm going to have a go at the dial plate with a bit of my Novus polish. So I'll start with the heavy scratch remover first, go over it with that, and then I'll work down to the finer stuff. So join me when it's finished. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, just finished going over with the coarse cleaner. So that's taken out the worst of it, although still pretty bad. So I'm now going to go over with the fine scratch remover and hopefully get it back to sort of mirror finish. Certainly it's improved already. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's after 2 coats or 2 applications of Novus coarse and fine scratch remover. I've not done the final sort of shine coat yet because I've got to do some touching up on the back, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you the results of a bit of elbow grease and a bit of plastic polish. Okay, I'm going to make a start on the touching up of the dial plate. I've got that held up in front of my Blu-ray so you can see there's quite a lot of black paint missing from underneath. Not too much worried about the bottom piece here, but certainly any areas outside the chrome up around here all need touching up behind the dial plate, and particularly down around here it's going to be a little bit tricky in around these areas, but you know, surprising how well these come up. So I'm just using some sort of like craft gloss black paint, so I'm going to pop this on and that'll set overnight. Hopefully job done. You need to use a bit of thinners to clean your brushes with this stuff. The front of it uses matte black, so that's not too bad. So just going around touching up any little spots I can see. It's difficult to see them actually. So this is quite bad around this area, so I'm going to flood this. Not that much. Looking good. There we go. Job done. I shall let that dry overnight, and in the morning that'll be nice and smooth. Right, I've just knocked the tab back over on this one just to secure it back in again. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a clean up around the edge, and then I'm going to pop it back in the dark plate. Okay, I'm now on the knobs for this R600. So what I'm doing is trying to soften up the glue underneath the brights here. See if I can gently get them off, because they need polishing up and they're not stuck on properly, so I need to get them off, clean the glue off, and then stick them back down properly. I think we're coming apart there. Yeah, that isopropyl alcohol works very well at softening the glue on these. There we go, there's one. See, this one's lifting. If you can see that. It's actually lifting there, but it's not, it's just not pulling off, so the glue's still quite active. I suspect this one has been glued back on at some stage. There we go. Yeah, somebody's put a bit of Evo stick or something in that one. Yeah, a little bit of difference, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to clean all this glue up. Right, that's the two brights off. I've removed all the glue from both parts, so now it's a nice flush fit. But as you can see, these are a little bit tarnished, so I don't think I'm going to get it off, to be fair, but I can certainly make it look a lot better than it is at the moment. So I'm going to go back with the old plastic Brasso wadding. Obviously there's other makes, Duraglit's a good one as well. So I'm just going to give it a go around and see if I can shift any of it. See, this stuff is pretty stinky, so that's why I got the gloves on. It's not my rubber glove thing. As I say, this is only aluminium, so it will clean up eventually. Takes a bit of elbow grease, really. To run a little bit of sandpaper lightly around the edge there, because I have lifted it in a couple places. Okay, that's certainly improved that, I'm sure. Yeah, off a little bit of sanding around the rough edge there. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get that one. So on to number two. Don't bore you with this. I'll show it to you in a minute when I'm done. Well, that's as good as I'm going to get those. And to be honest, that's a lot nicer than what they were. So I'm going to stick them back on. What I'm going to do is use some of this plastic epoxy. Now you're going to say this is going to mean they're not going to come off again in the future, but I'm not going to put a load of it on. So it's a two-part, got to mix it up. I'm just going to put it in the centre of the cap. Oh, got my glove caught in there. Sure you'll agree they're a lot better than when I started. Obviously put my fingers all over them now, so I will need to polish them again before they go on, but overall pretty good. Okay, I'm just in the process of touching up the paintwork on the front grille. I've done down through this side now. That's all done, that's nice and square. Basically it's a very painstaking masking tape job to go through it, so I'm going to flip it over in a minute and show you the other side. Right, that's the front of the case finished. Looks a lot better. It was starting to go on the end where pretty much I'd cleaned it, to be fair, because the front was pretty grubby, so it had to be cleaned. The grille has got virtually nil dents in this one. It's really good grille. So what I've done is I've masked down through the edge. Real painstaking job, but as I say, you can probably see there I've masked down through here and just touched up the sides on both edges. I've touched in any little bits of missing paint on it, and that looks really good. I've shone up the plastic on the Roberts badge as well, because that was pretty faded, so that's come up nice and shiny. I've also cleaned up the back grille, looking really nice. So starting to reassemble it now. I've cleaned up the strap. The ends are all shined up. They will be when I polish it all up again. But yeah, strap is in amazing condition, nice and flexible still, plenty of life left in that one.